Just wanted to make a short video of musket type that's you're starting to see more and more start to show up at some of these shows. A lot of older collectors are passing away and items are coming out that people really couldn't figure out what these things were, but I'll kind of give you a little bit of a background on it. This is a USM 1861 pattern good and serviceable musket by Eli Whitney Jr. Eli Whitney Jr. made the majority of his profits off of condemned parts and assembling muskets from those condemned parts. So he was literally buying numerous parts for pennies on the dollar, and he could assemble an item with skilled workmen and still make a profit. As a matter of fact, Whitney was one of the only musket manufacturers that came out of the war unscathed, and the company wasn't dissolved. Now, you'll find these things, they'll have a blank plate, but they'll have an 1864 date. They'll have a barrel that could either be English sourced or it could be something that was picked up at an auction at U.S. Springfield Armory or even at Harper's Ferry, depending upon how late the items were produced. This particular musket has 2¼ inch band springs for the lower and for the middle band spring. So if you see those, they're 2¼ inches, and you look down at the lower, or the upper rather, that's 2 inches. These barrels generally failed because of either manufacturing defect on the inside. Usually it's because of the rifling. The rifling bit was not indexed properly. And some of the barrels were English manufacturer barrels. Now, if you look at this, you look at the opposite side, there are no cartouches on the back side for them being inspected and accepted by the U.S. military. If you look at the barrels of these good and serviceable 1861s, you'll either have a V, a P, and an eagle, or you might have a V and a P but no eagle, or you might not have anything, or on some of them you'll have the number 3. And the number 3 is a barrel manufacturer who made barrels in England, and they were shipped over here. Colt had purchased like 5,000 of these different types of 61 style barrels, but the U.S. government said that they did not want English barrels on their muskets, so Colt had to dump them on the open market. And what did Whitney do? Whitney picked them up. You generally will not find a date on the tang. These things don't really fit together very well at all. And another thing I wanted to show you is look at the fit on that butt plate. Look at that. Look how bad that is. That's normal for a Whitney. Some of the butt plates will have a US, some of them will have nothing, some of them will have casting flaws where there's imperfections in them. This one, you can see, it's close, but it's no cigar. It doesn't fit very well at all, but that's what you see when you have these Whitney muskets. Anyway, put me something in the comments and let me know what you think. But there's about 109 of these out there, I believe. I've got 7 of them. I think that they were Manton muskets originally, and the Manton muskets, 109 of them were returned to Whitney because of serious flaws. And I think Whitney replaced the Manton lock plate with a lock plate with absolutely nothing on it. The 1864 date on the back of the lock plate, that is something that Whitney, that's the same type of stamping that Whitney would have used on other plates as well. So anyway, give me a comment if you want to. Appreciate it. Thanks.